What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eye Bry, also known as PT, and I'm back to talk about Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 2, the trailer breakdown for Season 5, Episode 2, as well as some photos that I believe are for Season 5, Episode 2. And I'm also going to talk about the original trailer that was for the season of Season 5. And overall, I hope the season is great. Season 5, Episode 1 was really good. It set up things for this season going forward, and I hope it continues on. Let's talk about the trailer. Now, Strand is making a video that's basically, if you see this video, he didn't make it because he's going to talk to Daniel Salazar, and it's interesting because Daniel probably wants nothing to do with Strand because of Season 3. And then we see our group. I'm thinking it's the same night that Al went out and had the radio message and found the stuff about the helicopter people, but I'm interested to see what happens here. And I'm guessing this is still the truck stop area where they were in the first episode, but then you see the heads that they're looking at, and it makes me wonder if the heads were there all along or if the group went to another truck stop or area. I can't wait to find out what's up with these heads because it's like, what is this all about and who is doing this? Is it Dwight? Is it another group? Or what if it's Sherry's group? That would be pretty crazy. I really hope we get to see Sherry connected with Dwight in this season. And I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it would be a major letdown if it didn't happen. And then we see Alicia and Morgan looking at the radioactive signs. Danger, keep out. And I wonder if it's dangerous there, or are these people trying to make sure that people don't come bother them and cause any more problems? And then we see Luciana probably on the radio, and she's like, you can't stay here. We can't stay here. So I wonder what's going to happen with Luciana and what's her story arc going forward, because I just don't know if there's anything captivating to see what happens with this character for this season. Then we see walkers looking up at some birds, and it's an interesting tactic because the walkers can't get to the birds, so the birds are safe, and it also draws the attention of the walkers up, and then you can take him out. And then we see Strand. He's most likely talking to Daniel Salazar, so he made it all the way to where Daniel Salazar is, and I'm sure Daniel will not be happy to see Strand. That's for sure. And then we see Alicia back where the plane was. And my question to you is, where did they get the plane? As Season 5 starts and they already have the plane. How did they just go grab a plane, get gas, fuel it up, get it ready, and take off, and there we go. But Alicia is there around the plane again, and I'm sure they went to go find Althea. They went to go search for Althea, and Althea is gone. I wonder where she went, and hopefully it's a connecting point with the helicopter people more and more and more. But Alicia's not messing around. She's like, taking out walkers is what we got to do. It's one less thing we got to worry about. And she's right. But will her viewpoint put her in danger? Most likely, right? Because you see Morgan's side and Alicia's side. And Alicia takes out walkers, and she's kind of turning into a badass character, but she's all about taking out walkers and probably getting to Logan. So I hope that she actually gets some vengeance or something happens here, because she hasn't had the easiest time in the apocalypse. But you can see here two things. There's a bunch of walkers, and also in the distance, there's a truck. That's probably Althea's truck, I'm guessing. And the hazmat person is by a different truck or an RV. It's hard to tell. And is there another hazmat person or a walker there? I can't wait to find out. And then we see June looking into somewhere or looking out in the distance. Is she in the truck stop and she's looking out, some walkers or something are happening there, or what's going on? There's no way to tell, but what do you think is going to happen with June and John? We're going to see John and June work together, and I believe that's a bullet casing. And there's a sneak peek going around that John is talking with Alicia and Morgan, I believe, and the weapons are gone. They had a weapon stash on the plane, and the crate is empty. So who took that? Most likely the helicopter pilot or people, and no one is around to ask. And then we see Morgan fighting a walker, and it looks like the same walker that was looking up at the birds. There was two walkers. That's one of the walkers that was there, and Morgan seems to be tied up. But who tied him up? Was it the helicopter people? Is it the person in the hazmat suit? But you can see the rope tied around Morgan's legs, and he's wrestling with the walker that was there looking at the birds before. So Morgan comes across them and probably takes out the one walker, and then something happens. And then you see Luciana, you can't stay here, we can't stay here. All right, but where are you going to go? How are you going to get around, and why can't you stay there? Are there walkers coming? Are there people? Is it the hazmat person? Is it Dwight or another group? And then we see the hazmat person. You can see the birds above the hazmat person. So I'm guessing that person, which I believe is a woman, by the way, comes around and takes out Morgan and ties him up for some reason. Then we see the walkers in the muck and the mud, and they're trudging through and they're coming at them. They're probably the same walkers that are coming after Alicia for some reason. So I can't wait to find out. It looks pretty interesting to see how it's going to go down this episode. And then we see Daniel Salazar fires a shot, And does he fire it at Strand or kill a walker that's coming towards Strand? I doubt he shoots Strand, but we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a testy situation. And then we see Alicia fighting with a walker. It's probably around the same area around the plane. And what's going on here, I'm not sure. But she says, hurry, I believe, is what she actually shouts there too. So somebody's doing something and she tells them to hurry. And then we see Luciana's wound. It looks pretty good, actually. It's underneath her collarbone, so it could be okay. And it looks to be in a safe spot. But did it get all the way to the scapula? You know, that chicken wing bone in your back. But we'll see what happens with Luciana. Then we see a nuclear radioactive toxic Avenger walker. Should be pretty interesting. Is there more than one there? I think so, but this could be some of the walkers that are coming towards Alicia and or the hazmat person. Then you see Luciana with her gun, or is it John's gun? I can't tell. It does look like John's 6-shooter, but I'm not sure what's going on here and who she's aiming it at or what's happening, but it can't be something good, right? And really, then we see Morgan walking in the distance in the field towards something, and it says, Fear the Walking Dead, AMC, Sundays, 9 o'clock, and that's it. That's the trailer. But this shot of Morgan is a photograph. It's not in the trailer, and I believe he's looking at the walkers that are looking at the birds that are in the box, bird box. And you can see the one walker right there that looks like the same one that is attacking Morgan when he's all tied up. The red guy, the taller one right there, it looks to be the same one, right? Here's another good shot of it. So what's going on here? I guess they're looking at Morgan like, what up? And it looks like the same situation with the hazmat person that actually points their gun at Morgan and then ties Morgan up. I'm not sure why. And here's a picture of Strand like, all right, I know. Let's all take a second here. Let's take a breath. Let's do this. And Daniel's like, shut up. You talk too much. You've always talked too much. And to be honest, I'm glad that Daniel Salazar is back. I hope he lasts the entire season, but he was in there from season 1, season 2, and then went away for a little bit, and then back for season 3, and then went away for a little bit, now back for season 5. So we'll see how long he lasts. But what's the future hold for Strand and Daniel Salazar? Because Daniel lost his daughter, lost his wife. Madison's not around. What's going to be the connecting point with this character? It's Strand, right? But how long can that last? Will Strand survive or Daniel? I would think one's got to go, right? Then we see some other pictures of Alicia. She's got her gun pointed at someone, and you can't tell who it is, but she's got her gun pointed down, and she's looking at someone else. So is someone else there with her? And then we see John and June on the radio. I wonder if they're either talking to Morgan or Luciana over the radio, and that's who Luciana is talking to over the radio. Like, we can't stay here, so something's happening. And then we see the picture of the bullet casing that June says, something's happened here, we're getting closer. So are they getting closer to Althea, the helicopter people, or what? But John and June are going to be going on some adventure here because there's a decent amount of pictures of them. I like John and June. I don't mind them together, and John's one of my favorite new characters, and I hope they stick around for a while. June is the medical professional. I said this before in another video. They don't last very long in the zombie apocalypse, and neither do relationships. So if someone has to go, John or June, who do you think would go, or who do you think goes first? I think June personally, because I think John brings a lot more to the show, and nothing against June and Jen Elfman, but I just personally think that John brings more to the show and is much needed for Fear the Walking Dead than June is. Even though I like both of them, I prefer John over June. But what do you think? Do you like John or June or neither? Nah, I'm just kidding. You got to pick one. And then we see Althea and Morgan in another part of the trailer that was the first trailer for season 5. So Althea is safe, and Morgan has a little different outfit on, but it looks pretty similar. He's got the blue jacket, but also a hood. And he looks to have saved Althea. And I'm not sure if this happens in episode 502 or what, but Althea seems to be safe. And I'm glad, because I do like Althea. And then in another part of the trailer, not this trailer for 502, but the trailer for season 5, you see Morgan, and you see the same vehicle that Althea was driving in the rain when she found the helicopter people. And this is the part in the trailer where Morgan finds Dwight, and Dwight's like, Morgan? And Morgan's like, Dwight? And they're both like, how do we know each other? We haven't really interacted. Now, I'm sure they know of each other. They haven't really had scenes together, but this is going to be telling to see where it goes. How did Dwight get there? I think it's going to be towards the end of episode 502 is the word, and then 503 could start with the Whitey boy coming to Texas, and that whole story of how he got there, when he got there, why he got there, and why he went to Texas. But Morgan and Dwight should hopefully be seeing each other very soon, 502 or 503. At latest, it would be 503. Hopefully it's 502 as well as 503. And then June or Alicia ask Morgan, you know each other? I forget who actually asked the question, but they do. So we'll see what happens and why they had to leave the truck stop. They got some cars and other vehicles, but the Whitey boy is coming. And I'm excited because it's a good connecting point with The Walking Dead to Fear again. And the more connecting points, the better, because it's all the same universe. And I'm glad it's starting to connect more and more and more. So that's the breakdown I have of the trailer, some photos that are supposedly from episode 502, and I can't wait to find out what happens. 501 was very good, setting up the tone for season 5 as a whole. Hopefully it gets better and better and better, and it's just entertaining to connect with the Walking Dead universe, the Walking Dead show, the spin-off possibly, and the Rick Grimes movie. So let me know your thoughts, post your comments below. Did I miss anything? Is there anything that you caught that I didn't? And if you can, guys, please subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of fun here. We love talking about the Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. Plus we have a Patreon page, so any donation goes a long way for us. And remember, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself, you can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories, and as always, tell them Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.